Hey y'all, it's another day, so let's do another What I Eat in a Day video. I am Lindsay. Hi, how's it going? If you're new here, I do a lot of What I Eat in a Day videos. It gets a little repetitive, so forgive me for that, but it is a way for me to be mindful of the food I'm eating. Sometimes I forget to eat, sometimes I get snacky and just eat at random times without filling up, and that can be problematic for me because then I just want to pick all day, and by filming these things, it really helps me to stay focused and think through what I'm doing before I do what I call a flyby in the kitchen, where I just fly through, snag something like a handful of nuts out of the pantry or a cheese stick from the fridge, and keep moving without realizing I really should sit down and have a full meal, and that's not what a snack is. I love it whenever Rachel and Joe over on Two Crazy Ketos talk about snacks, and that is all. A snack is an emotional event. And I've noticed that a lot lately. Granted, our lives are a little bit busy this summer season, and I just don't have as much mental capacity to put toward not snacking. So filming helps me stay on track. All right, so if you are new here, I would love for you to poke around my channel, see if there's content you like, subscribe if you want, and thanks for joining me today. For all my returning viewers, thank you so much for being here. This morning I started off with black coffee on the porch and some Bible reading. It was delightful. It was a glorious 60 degrees outside, and that just, it was good. I loved it much. We have a ton of barn swallows. I know I've mentioned that in other What I Eat in a Day videos, but I tell you what, these little guys are very acrobatic, and they are not afeared of people. So they were doing aerial stunts all around through the front porch where I was sitting. They were all across the whole property, just doing their morning bird routine, and that was really, it's fun to watch. It's a little bit irritating whenever you fear them coming at you. And I always think that anytime a bird flies over me, what happens if it poops? So I like to watch them when they're out in the yard doing all of their cool tricks and things. But when you're up on my porch, you've entered my space, and I have concerns. So I had coffee on the front porch. I'm having another cup of black coffee. I am trying to add more fat to my consumption every day. However, there's just something about black coffee in the morning. It just, I like it much. And it's an easy go-to for me. But I decided this morning I would get my fat in a different format. I made more of the egg yolk waffles that I did a review video on. They're Amy's recipe, and I have, as per usual, changed it up for myself. For breakfast, I have made four of the egg yolk waffles. I used 6 eggs, 6 egg yolks, and then 3 egg whites to get my protein for breakfast. There is about 1.5 tablespoons of butter amongst all of the actual waffles. And we're still working on some black coffee down there, so that'll be breakfast. So I did that, and we have much to accomplish today. We have swim lessons and regular homeschool lessons and UPS returns and other errands of that sort. We also are taking care of chickens for our friends who live nearby that are needing us to care for their critters. And in exchange for us caring for those critters, they are letting us have all the eggs. I mean, if they're not there to consume the eggs would go to waste. So we're happy to take all the eggs. Obviously, egg yolk waffles is a fantastic way to use up a whole bunch of eggs, and hard-boiled eggs, just all the eggs. Today will probably be a very egg-filled day. I like eggs a lot, and we are getting loads of them. I do like the fact that home-raised eggs that are not washed, that are still protected, we can keep those for a long time without any struggles. So if we can't consume all of the eggs, then they will be preserved well for a long period of time. And if I feel like they need to go in the refrigerator, I can always stick them in the basement fridge. That's that. We need to go collect eggs. Yes. Very excited about that. I would love to get chickens someday. However, we live in a neighborhood that has covenants against having farm animals or livestock, and So a chicken coop is not to be our current situation. I don't know if covenants ever expire. You know what I mean? Like, I think there are some areas where covenants only have a lifetime, like they only have a lifespan of so many years, and then they are no longer effective unless you all agree to re-up those covenants. So that'd be interesting to dig into, the legality of our covenants. Anyway, I don't really have much more to tell you at the moment. And we got to get going to swim. So I'm going to probably dump this into a travel mug and round everybody up. I have prepared lunch finally. Okay, this is my lunch. This is some egg salad that I made with 3 hard-boiled eggs. I did 3 tablespoons of my homemade mayonnaise back here. I did about a teaspoon of this minced dried onion, 3 leaves of romaine lettuce, and I did do 1 stalk of celery finely minced. I added some Redmond real salt and some black pepper. So distributed all of that. Yep, it's all gone. And then I'm going to have a cherry buble with that. I don't know how far this will take me, but you know, I'll share the next thing with you. Hi, it's been a while since I spoke with you last. We did all the things. You saw my lunch. I don't know what's going on with my face. Whew, it's been a little warm. We've just been working on homeschooling, and we did swim lessons today. I had that lunch pretty late. I want to say maybe it was like 1:30 when I ate that food. But I tell you what, the waffles and that egg salad really, really hit the spot and filled me up. And I was talking with my husband, telling him how many eggs we got today. And he said, I guess it's just going to be an egg-focused month. And I said, you're right. I mean, those eggs will last for eons. However, he doesn't really want to have a pile of eggs sitting on my counter for, eons. And yeah, so we are kind of focusing in on the eggs. For tonight's dinner, though, instead of focusing in on eggs, I am going to use up leftovers that we had last night. I didn't know what to cook last night. I was just like, I am out of ideas. So husband took the kids on a bike ride, and I don't know, I just started messing around in the kitchen, decided I was going to make country fried chicken, or chicken fried chicken, if you will. All I did was I pounded my chicken breasts flat to like less than a ½ inch thick, seasoned them with salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, sent them through an egg wash, which was just an egg and then about equal parts water to egg. And then I got some of my homemade baking blend out, which I finally found my homemade baking blend video that I did most recently. So I will be sure to link that in the description box below, because I know I have mentioned that in videos past and have always struggled to find that dadgum video. So I'll be sure to link that in the description below. And then I had salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder in that baking blend, sort of dredged it almost. I didn't do a thick coating of the flour on it, but popped it into a shallow volume of avocado oil and bacon grease, and fried it up on both sides. And then I stuck it in the oven to finish baking, so it would hit like the internal temperature of 170, I think is whenever I pulled it out. So we ate that last night, and it was fantastic. It's the best I've done thus far with trying to fry chicken using a low carb sort of like breading option. And I think what was super beneficial with that is I didn't add any pork rinds, and I didn't make the breading portion of it too thick. The moment it gets too thick, it's like it flakes off of the chicken. So I felt pretty rock solid about how I cooked it last night. And we still have, I think I did 6 chicken breasts for the 5 of us, and we ate 3. And so there are 3 left for tonight. Fan-doodly-tastic. And instead of gravy, I did that enchilada sauce that I made on my enchilada, I'm sorry, there's 4-wheelers in the back, experiment video. I took some more of that sour cream enchilada sauce and did that as a gravy on top. Fantastic. Fantastic. I did zhuzh I zhuzhed. I added salt, and I think I added some garlic powder to it because it just didn't have enough salt to it. So anyway, that's the intention for dinner tonight. We'll see how that all turns out. Dinner plate. Here is my fried chicken. I did about half of a chicken breast. You know how massive chicken breasts are from the store nowadays. It's ridiculous. I have a drizzle of that enchilada sauce for gravy. I also have some shredded fried cabbage I did in some butter and a little bit of zucchini and yellow squash on the side. Okay, it is 9 o'clock and I'm ready for a little bit of a bedtime drink. I thought I was going to make decaf coffee, but I changed my mind. I have in here 1 cup of the unsweetened, unflavored coconut milk. At Amy, Carnivore's Angel, at her prompting, I am going to try a tablespoon of coconut oil. It has 15% of the MCTs and 85% of the LCT, the long chain versus the medium chain. So I'm curious to see how that will affect numbers in the morning. And then I did 1/2 scoop of the Perfect Keto Beauty and Sleep Collagen. That I do have discount code in my description box if you are interested in trying that out. I think I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of cayenne pepper on top when I'm done and ready to pour this into my cup here. My little Mexican hot chocolate is ready to go. This instant frother does not froth non-dairy milk very well, but it does work beautifully to warm it up and mix it up without me having to do much hands-on effort. And I wanted to sprinkle a little bit of that cayenne pepper on the top of my cocoa here. I guess I'm going to call it cocoa, possibly hot chocolate. Anyway, this was delicious. I appreciate you coming along with me and checking out what I eat today. I hope that you will consider subscribing, and I will see you in my next video.